Hey Siri.
Kenda.
How old
C-A-N-D.
is Johnny Mathis? Oh.
What's Johnny Mathis up to?
How old? No, not April Mathis.
Well,
Alright! Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here, and I have with me Crystal Durant and Tommy Von Voigt. And
This is-
return, or a continuation of our Singles of the Year series. We've done 54, 55, 56, and now we're doing 1957. And I assure you, when we get up to like 1991, I'm not going to list every single year that we've done.
We've done before, yeah.
But yeah, so 1957 is up next, and I think it's what you've been mentioning as we go along, that it gets a little bit more 50s.
It does.
Because 54
yeah.
still felt like there was some 40s left over.
It really did. The 54
yeah.
might as well have been 51.
Might as well be 51.
Yeah, but 57 really feels
57
like the
we're in.
50s. Yeah.
We're totally in. I think we have Elvis out of our hair at this point, right? Isn't he in?
Oh no! Well, it's
he in the army in
worth
57?
mentioning. No, at 57, the charts were lousy with Elvis.
Yeah.
Oh
It was
yeah, I
just
guess so.
infested with Elvis.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like a disease.
Anyway,
Yeah.
well, we Crystal gets
Terrible.
to start again.
Yeah.
We're rotating.
Round robin.
Round
right
robin
back to
here.
me,
So
yes.
Crystal's turn to start.
All right, so my number 5 song is "Come Go With Me" by the Del Vikings.
Yes.
Not Vikings.
Yes.
Vikings, which I found odd.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the way I saw it spelled a bunch of places. I don't know why.
I've seen two different spellings of it.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah,
because
I
I
don't
thought
know.
it was Vikings, but I saw Vikings more often. I don't know.
Well, now, do you see it spelt that way just on places on the internet, or how is it on the records?
On the 45s, a lot of times it is Del Vikings, and
Kings,
sometimes
yeah.
the difference is whether or not it's there's a hyphen or whatever.
Whatever,
like that.
yeah, because I've seen it written up in articles as Vikins as well as Vikings.
Yeah.
So
I
don't-
believe it's Vikings. I
think it's
yeah.
Vikings, but yeah, they just did whatever. That's weird. All right, so that's my number 5. My number 4 is "Little Bitty Pretty One" by Frankie Lyman.
Oh, Frankie Lyman.
Frankie, it's such a great song. I think it's better than all the others that he did.
All the other songs.
All the other
All songs. You take all songs in the whole world and they
the
go
whole
below.
world that he did, that Frankie Lyman did. I like it better than the rest of his catalog, so
That's your favorite of his.
that's my favorite of his. And then I got what am I at now? Number 3. What am I at? That was 5, 4. Okay, number 3. My number 3 is "The Girl Can't Help It" by Little Richard.
Oh, see now what you're seeing here now is
Yes.
chart overlap, and this is something we haven't actually touched upon. I have that in my list for 1956,
Right.
but it charted really strongly into 57. So we've had to, as we've gone along and made these, we've had to kind of make executive decisions about what year you want to put it in.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that is the case, and especially some things come out maybe in December, and
Right.
don't really even see the chart until January.
Yeah.
So then it's technically, say 54, but you could put it in 55. So yeah, there are certain songs that straddle the line.
Yeah.
That could be in either year. But
Yeah,
anyway,
can't help it.
yeah.
Oops.
Oh!
I really didn't mean. I really
love
did
it.
not mean that, but well, all right, let's go with it. And my number 2 is "Jim Dandy" by Laverne Baker, which is a really great song. Don't listen to any of the covers of it, especially the most egregious one.
Black Oak, Arkansas.
Yeah, I was going to say, go right to Black Oak, Arkansas.
It is
Jim
one of
Dandy to the rescue.
The worst things ever. Please just listen to Laverne Baker's greatest hits or whatever, but just stick with that. And my number 1 is "Chances Are" by Johnny Mathis.
Oh, Johnny Mathis.
I love that song.
Smooth. So smooth.
So great. Johnny Mathis was, oh my gosh, he was so amazing.
What's
Ooh,
old Johnny
just
Mathis
thinking
doing?
of
I mean, he's
chills.
still with us.
Is he really?
He's just chilling,
He's just, I guess he's earned that right.
not doing anything. I don't know
All right.
how old he is.
When I was a kid, my mom liked Johnny Mathis, and I hated him.
Really?
But yeah, because it was mom music to me, like Johnny
Oh.
Mathis. And also, she wasn't playing. Chances are, she wasn't playing '50s Johnny Mathis. She was playing like his 1972
70,
album,
oh, yeah.
where he's doing like "You've Got a Friend" and shit like that, And I'm
Okay.
going,
Right. Yeah, no. He was, man, I mean, he still is alive, I guess. But my mom dragged me to see him when I really didn't want to see him. And I'm so glad that she made me go. It was it was like, you know how they would talk about Roy Orbison in the recording studio, where or if anybody was around him and it sounded like he was whispering, but then this voice comes out on the other end. That's what Johnny Mathis was like.
I could just imagine that.
Oh man,
I can imagine that.
So great, yeah. So that's my list.
Nice.
We're doing 57, right?
57.
Okay. We're doing a bunch of these in one day, so in case you haven't noticed.
Oh, no,
in
don't
case
let
you
the
haven't noticed
secret
that
out.
Tommy's the only one who changes clothes.
Well, I started
Yeah, we're
changing
wearing the
clothes,
same
and then I
outfit.
realized I just had a black shirt every time. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I really do love the Gem Spot t-shirt, but I haven't been wearing it for weeks on end, I promise.
I've been wearing this for
All
a couple
right,
of
so-
days. I admit it.
Now, this is another one of those years where I kind of considered putting my runner-up into the list, but I think I'm going to leave it as is. In fact, I didn't even need to say that, but I'm just trying to add some meat to this souffle here. All right, so number 5. I'm going to start with number 5 here. We have "Bye Bye Love" by the Everly Brothers. I do love the Everly Brothers. I don't love all of their hits. I definitely have to pick and choose, but "Bye Bye Love" I think is one of their better ones. Now, number 4 is a song that you guys would know well. "Come Go With Me" by Del Vikings.
Yeah.
Even better than the version by the Del Vikings.
Right.
Now,
Good song.
yeah, I mean that's one of those. I'm trying to think about when did I. That's one of those songs that I think that when I was younger, it was just kind of there.
Yeah.
I didn't particularly like it or dislike it. It's one of those that, like, in recent years, maybe in the last 10 to 20 years, I went, oh yeah. I hear it in a different way now. Like, it just stands out and it just sort of gets my attention. Number 3, "Oh Boy" by Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Yes.
about that.
I love Buddy Holly, but he's also another one of those artists where there's actually a lot of singles of his that I'm not that really into,
But he
that
put
I
out a
wouldn't
lot
put
of
on these
stuff,
lists,
though.
Yeah. In like
Surprising
5 minutes.
amount of stuff. Yeah.
but yeah. But "Oh Boy" gives it gets a full thumbs up. Okay, so number 2, I'm sorry, but Little Richard only comes in at number 2 this time.
Oh dear.
"Keep a Knockin'." And
yeah.
everything I said in 1956 about Little Richard's track being the most balls out, just like heavy, like practically like Motorhead kind of. It's even more so with this one. I mean, "Keep
Yeah.
It Knockin'"? Are you fucking kidding me? That's just like.
It's so great that Led Zeppelin stole the opening drum riff. That's how great it is.
While they were on a stealing spree.
Yeah. That
But
year.
but my number one is "Old Cape Cod" by Patti Page.
Wow.
Is beating out
Beating
knocking?
out Little Richard.
What?
Okay.
The possibly the whitest shit on my list beat out Little Richard, yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Huh.
Speaking of a song that I didn't think much of when I was, yeah, it was just kind of there. I didn't dislike it, but in the last 10 years, it's just become, I just perceive it differently than I used to. I just like, wow, now I just love it now.
Now you're hearing it with adult ears.
I have adult ears now.
That's interesting. Patti Page.
Well, she says right in the song, "You're sure to fall in love with Old Cape Cod." Turns out she was
You
right.
did. You done did.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Cape Cod. You can't get much whiter than that.
Yeah, that's easily the whitest shit on this list.
Wow.
But
Interesting.
All right.
Okay.
So all right. So we're back to me now, right?
We're back to Tom.
All
Back to
right.
you.
So you're going to notice real quick that my list is devoid of Elvis, as we hinted at earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
Honestly, Elvis couldn't drive past a studio and fart without them putting it out, and it possibly charting at number 83 or whatever. Ridiculous. So no Elvis. I've got a couple of honorable mentions for 1957. Diana by Paul Anka.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
Diana.
And also, I've got "Come Go With Me" by the Del Vikings.
Yeah.
Of course. I do.
Those are runner-ups.
That's
Runners
a
up, huh?
twofer.
So what could possibly be beating those two songs?
What could they
What
be?
indeed? So number 5, The Hollywood Flames, Buzz, Buzz, Buzz.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I don't know this song.
Wow, Tommy.
I did. I was very clear about my love for doo-wop, was I not?
I mean,
I guess I should have assumed that it was doo-wop, but
God
nothing
damn.
else.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not playing any games when it comes to doo-wop. So number 4, as is evidenced by number 4, Little Darlin' by the Diamonds. Yes! So
That
good!
is a good. Yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yes! Oh my god. Number 3, Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, Goody Goody.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes!
Frankie Lyman getting more action than Elvis.
Yeah.
That's right.
How do you
as
like
he
them
should
apples?
be.
As it should be.
As it should be. Number 2, I've also got a Little Bitty Pretty One, but I've got the better version by Thurston Harris. What? Shots fired.
Oh, Tommy.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Look out.
Those are some shots fired.
Fighting words.
Can you explain yourself?
Well, like how we were saying, sometimes it's hard to explain why you feel a song is...
Is
Why
that
it
the one
hits
you
you.
heard first?
It is the one I'm most familiar with. Yeah, I did hear it
Nah,
first.
that does it
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think...
Not always.
I think no knock against Frankie Lyman's version, but for Frankie Lyman, Goody Goody is the song. For Little Bitty Pretty One, I got to hear Thurston Harris. I got to hear Thurston Harris doing it.
Okay.
That's the one I love. That's the one I
fine.
love. And then my number 1 for 1957, Del Vikings, Whispering Bells.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Whispering Bells. I will hear no arguments to the contrary. Whispering Bells.
No, I will
is
not.
just a monster
I got no
doo-wop track.
fight.
I will
No
not
fight.
argue that it's number 1 on your list.
Ah! See what he did there?
Zing. Yeah. It's a good song.
Tremendous. I love it.
I like that song. And it's good.
There we go.
Okay, so now it is time for our worst of the year. And, well, we're back to Crystal then.
Yeah. My worst of is Jailhouse Rock.
Really?
And scene.
Wait, you know, I don't really love that song, but you got to go into more detail than that.
I hate it.
Out of all the fucking songs of that year, all the shit-ass fucking songs of that year, you put
I hate
Jailhouse
it.
Rock.
I'm actually, I'm a little bit, I feel you on Jailhouse Rock, but knowing what I've got for worst ofs coming up,
Yeah.
and somehow Jailhouse Rock beat these,
Yeah, Jailhouse Rock's like fucking Strawberry Fields compared to some.
I'm no fan of Jailhouse Rock,
Yeah.
but
I really just can't stand it. I hate the way that he sings it, but you know, it's Elvis at that time period. That's all he did anyway. And it's just not that great a song to me. You know, it's got a really strong hook. I get it. You know, bump. I mean, the snare and the... But I really, really hate it. Now, when that song comes on, I will turn it off.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Or I'll
okay.
skip away from it or whatever. I really hate it that much. If I'm somewhere and it's like playing the best of 50s or whatever, I can't stand it.
So that's like it's like a legit thing. It isn't just like this grudge against Elvis. It's just like...
No, because there are a lot of Elvis songs that I really love.
Yeah.
You know, for everything that he stood for and did and all that crap, like all that aside, like it's another example of separating the person from their art deal. And there are plenty of Elvis songs that I enjoy, but this I absolutely hate the most of all the songs that he ever did. I
Well,
can't stand
you know
it.
something that we talked about when we did, we were listing worst songs or least favorite songs by artists. And we touched upon the whole thing where a song could maybe not be objectively the worst song you've ever heard, or, for example, in that given year, but you never really liked it, and then it's made worse for you by how much, you know, society is beating it over your
Yeah.
head. So,
Right.
And you
which
don't like that
Jailhouse Rock,
song?
they've
I can't
definitely-
believe you don't
exactly.
like that song.
That's
Why
a
don't
Right,
you
well,
like
we
that
even just
song?
did that to you. What? You don't like Jailhouse Rock?
Exactly.
But that's the thing too. We don't even particularly like that. I think it's just like I said, like Tommy said, it's just a matter of like, man,
Because I know
There's
what
some
else
pretty
is
bad
coming
ones
in
from that year.
1957. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get you. I totally get you.
But yeah.
That just jumped right out at me. That's the one and only for me.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I have 2 for 1957, and this one actually, I don't know. See, this one's a little tough for me because this is the opposite of what you're talking about with Elvis. This is a situation where I really very much admire the person, can't fucking stand the song. The Banana Boat Song by Harry Belafonte.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, who the fuck does... If you don't like Harry Belafonte,
Get off the planet Earth.
get off the planet. But
Yeah.
Banana Boat Song. But my number one, like my real pick for 1957 is Tammy by Debbie Reynolds.
Oh, Jesus.
Tammy's in love.
If they could just get away with anything. Seriously. That's a hit song.
Yeah, it's a terrible song is what it is.
It sucks.
All right, deliver the word, Tommy.
Okay. Well, real quick, I mentioned Harry Belafonte. We are going to be coming back around to Harry Belafonte a few episodes from now because how could you not like Harry Belafonte? Seriously.
Wow.
So worst of the year for 1957. This is going to be, I think this is the first time I've had a dishonorable mention. No, I had a dishonorable mention last episode too, but this year I had to get in Buchanan and Goodman, Flying Saucer the Second. You know it.
Yeah, I do.
You know it.
Song.
Paul, you know it too, but you've probably done yourself a favor and blocked it out.
Out of your brain.
Maybe I have.
It's like a sound collage kind of. Everybody knows it's
Sound
a sound
collage.
collage where
Yeah.
they took snippets of like lines from all the big hit songs of that year, and they're telling like a story of like a
Flying saucer
landing.
And it's like,
And
hey,
it's-
you over there! What do you
And it's
think
like,
about
I'm all
that?
shook up. And it's like, it's that kind of
How
crap.
did you feel when the spaceship landed? I'm all shook
Yeah,
up.
So
yeah.
it's the Revolution 9 of 1956.
Yeah,
Yes, it's so bad.
Stupid. It's like I listen to that, like, who is this for? See, brief tangent. When it comes to novelty songs, I kind of have a big problem with novelty songs because novelty songs is like, if you go see a stand-up comedian and you hear all the jokes, you can't go see that comedian again on the same tour because it's all the same routine.
Yeah.
The jokes aren't going to be as funny. Novelty songs, the whole idea is it's a joke in song format. Once you hear it, it's not funny
That's
anymore.
it.
You can't keep listening to that song. So how in the hell is Flying Saucer the Second charting? Are people laughing their asses off
And
every
people,
week?
that song was played through the 70s.
It's so
It
stupid.
was on AM
It was a
radio
simpler
all the
time.
time in the 70s.
And I'm sure Dr. Demento got a hold of the damn thing too. And it's
Oh,
just,
definitely.
yeah, I don't know who that crap is for, but it damn sure isn't for me.
You.
But there is a song that is worse than that, and it is by the Cellos. Rang Tang Ding Dong, I Am the Japanese Sandman.
What?
Jesus Christ. I didn't see this.
Okay, so you know out there in TV land how much doo-wop means to me. But let me tell you something. Sometimes doo-wop can go wrong.
Evidently.
Rang Tang Ding Dong, I Am the Japanese Sandman. Okay, it's I am the Japanese Sandman. Followed by about 2 minutes of 5 guys playing grab ass in an echo chamber, as far as I can tell. It's just a freaking calamitous mess.
Wow.
It's just a fucking disaster.
And does it like do some racist like ching clang 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 music in it?
Oh, there's that kind of crap
Like the
going on.
stereotypical,
Yeah,
okay.
because they gotta, make
Of course.
kind of
It's gotta be racism
sound
in
big
there.
and
You're not gonna
Japanese, and I don't know. It's just. It's garbage.
Wow.
It's fucking it's crap.
You know,
Crap.
wow, I feel like I'm missing out. Like, I need to go. I
you're
haven't
not.
heard this.
I gotta listen to this again.
So tonight, what you got to do, you got to listen to the double A side of Rang Tang Ding Dong, I Am the Japanese Sandman, backed with Flying Saucer the Second, and then just cry yourself to sleep.
Sleep.
Wow.
Wow.
I may have to retrospectively put it on my list.
Oh, you would.
Man.
I may already have, just by your description alone, I may have to put it on my list. Anyway.
What makes a Japanese guy a better Sandman than
I have no idea.
Japanese Sandman?
I can't even. I had to revisit the song again to make sure it really was worthy of the spot. And you know what? I'll tell you something. I got about halfway through, and I'm like, yeah, that's number one. I don't need to hear the rest.
Wow.
I already knew.
I don't care what Pat Boone song is going to pop up.
Now, had Pat Boone put out his version
yeah.
of "I Am the Japanese Sandman,"
Bang, bang.
much
would
less
probably-
soul and twice the racism.
Yeah.
Just the
Wow.
existence of Pat Boone is a racist thing.
I know, it really is.
Whew.
Anyway, 57. There you go.
All right.
All right, there you go, 1957. I'm sure you guys are getting your lists ready and you're getting ready to put them down in the comments, right? Right? Okay. And, yeah, anyway, thanks again, everybody, for watching, and thanks, everybody, for subscribing. especially those who are about to
About to describe.
subscribe. I'd like to describe what you need to do, and that is subscribe.
Yeah.
And
you
if
go.
you subscribe, click the little bell because you're going to want notifications because you're going to want to know when 58 comes up and 59 and 60 and all that kind of stuff.
And if you subscribe, we will actually go through the trouble of making Flying Saucer the Third using sound bites just from episodes of As It Should Be.
Right.
Yeah.
right. Yes, go to Discogs and buy a really, really expensive copy of that. Yeah. And anyway, we'll see you in 1958.
Yeah. Hey Siri, how old is Johnny Mathis?
Johnny Mathis is 86 years old.
Wow.
Oh, he's not even really that old.
I was expecting to say Johnny Mathis is older than dirt.